By the time the credits had rolled on Yakuza Kiwami 2, I'd gotten to the heart of a plot to detonate a series of explosives around Tokyo, climb my way through the ranks of an underground fight club, and struck flirtatious poses for a snap-happy photographer who was wearing nothing but a Speedo and a smile. Yes, Yakuza Kiwami 2 adheres to the established series recipe, one that takes a meaty slab of brutality and smothers it in silly sauce. And with an enhanced version of the Dragon engine from Yakuza 6 under the hood, it delivers an experience overall that's second only to Yakuza 0, at least since the series hit the PlayStation 4. As far as remakes go, Yakuza Kiwami 2 is a more significant step up from Yakuza 2 than 2017's Yakuza Kiwami was from the original. Not only does the Dragon engine allow for Kamurocho and Sotenbori settings that more closely match their real-life Tokyo and Osaka inspirations, but also seamless transitions between interiors and exteriors and in and out of combat encounters, which keeps the action enjoyably free-flowing. As with Yakuza 6, I missed the switchable fighting stances of Yakuza 0 and Yakuza Kiwami, but I did appreciate the option of carrying and equipping weapons which, combined with a greater selection of violent heat meter-fueled special moves, make for far more dynamic brawling in Yakuza Kiwami 2. You can also pick up weapons that enemies drop during a fight and stash them for later, although oddly you can only grab them mid-fight, not afterwards, which seems unnecessarily inconvenient. Just grab it, it's right there! Further spicing up the combat are the new ally-assisted heat moves, a reward for tracking down and completing various side stories in the game. These moves are unique to specific regions of the map. Pick a fight outside the ramen restaurant in Kamurocho, for example, and the chef will lob you a bowl of boiling broth to force-feed an enemy. Soup's on! Yakuza Kiwami 2's brawling feels much less rote than the one-note procession of beatdowns found in Yakuza 6 as a result of these flashy finishes. There's also noticeably more to do in Yakuza Kiwami 2 than there is in Yakuza 6. Fleshed out versions of the Cabaret Club management from Yakuza 0 and the Clan Creator mode from Yakuza 6 are included, and a healthy assortment of Yakuza minigame staples are also present and supremely playable. But if a game of indoor golf or blackjack sounds too tame for you, you can always chug a vending machine coffee and go for the high score in the interactive toilets. And before you ask, yes, these are based on real game Sega installed in Japanese bathrooms a number of years back, because Japan is straight up amazing. Of course, the quality and diversity of these side activities would be diminished if the main story wasn't compelling enough to keep you on the hook. And thankfully, the plot of Yakuza Kiwami 2 is a tautly paced thriller up there with the very best the series has to offer. It manages to mostly avoid the melodrama evident elsewhere in the series, and is instead enthralling hard-boiled detective fiction with an abundance of backstabbing, both metaphorical and literal. Although admittedly I did find it a tad anachronistic that the Kiryu character model in Yakuza Kiwami 2 has apparently been copied and pasted directly from Yakuza 6. This despite the fact that the latter is set 10 years after the former. Still, my only real complaint regarding the story is that while the 3 new chapters that feature regular series anti-hero Majima do bring additional context and reveal interesting story links to both Yakuza Kiwami and Yakuza 0, they offer precious little in the way of gameplay and can be completed in around an hour's playtime. Majima's breakdancing, knife-fighting style does provide a nice change-up from Kiryu's more brute-force fisticuffs. It just feels like a tease to be allowed such a short-lived opportunity to enjoy it. Despite the fact that the made for PlayStation 4 Yakuza 6 was only released a few short months ago, Yakuza Kiwami 2 is the best and most fully formed Yakuza game of 2018, even though it's a remake of a game that's now 2 console generations old. Its storyline is gripping, its weapons-heavy fighting system accommodates no shortage of spectacle, and it serves up plenty of enjoyable side activities, both mini and macro, to divert to or return for after the story wraps. Yakuza 0 may still be the high watermark for the series on the PS4, but Yakuza Kiwami 2 isn't too far behind. For more on the Yakuza series, check out the reviews for Yakuza 0, Yakuza Kiwami, and Yakuza 6.